because you're still paying the installment. You can't be saying to the bank, can I pay you later because my unit is vacant now. So this is a 2-bedroom unit. The kitchen area already well planned with all the plug points, so you don't even need to add anything. Fridge, your oven, your microwave or other electrical appliances, your hood, hob or oven. So everything is already there. Intercom, the switch. Aircon point is already ready, but one thing you can see, the lights, one point here, this should be a fan point. And then the second light is here. So which means your living room is only 2 lights. Okay, let's go to the master bedroom. So master bedroom standard lah, 2 lights and 1 fan point, aircon. Switches. Let's have a look at the balcony. So this is the view from the unit, Parque Residence Eco Sanctuary houses. Then the small room is pretty much very standard switches, 2 light point, 1 fan point, 1 aircon point. Hey guys, this is William. I'm in Parque Residence Eco Sanctuary, the product by EcoWorld. So what I like about EcoWorld development, apart from what you can see in terms of the landscaping, the design, the entire township planning includes there's a mall, international schools, commercials, eateries and so on, better roads, better overall infrastructure. And it includes that the defects, fixing assistance. Normally after you hand over, you need to check for defects, and if there's any defects, right, you need to file to the developers. Some developer will take their own sweet time to fix the defects. Some take it more seriously. And EcoWorld's team, the defects teams are pretty good. What I like about EcoWorld defect handling team is they have done a very good job. I wouldn't say there's 0 defects in all the developments, although they are reputable development. That is fair to say. But how would you handle the defects so that it reduces the inconvenience to the homeowners? So every time we found a defect, we file, and the defects handling team actually acknowledge and confirm these are the defects and number of items of defects we have submitted, and they will keep us updated to the point that when the defects is about to complete, they will start arranging a time with you to come over to do the joint defects inspection. This is what I like about it. Still remember that the first time we came over to Parque Residence Eco Sanctuary, we didn't know how strict it is, the security, until we tried to enter to the condo entrance. We are not allowed to enter at all, even though we have authorization. We have sent even authorization letter to the defects assistance team. But we didn't know that we need the QR code to be scanned by the guard, and the QR code have an expiry date. So that means you can't even simply come and say that you're authorized visitor to come into even the compound of the condo. And that is the first time. That is the first time over so many condo or development we have done reno, property management, defects inspection. This is the first time we cannot get into the condo even at the facility or the common area. So this is a really good thumbs up for Parque Residence Security. So whenever we come into a new unit, apart from defects, what are the things that we look at are measuring the curtains, the kitchen cabinet, the wardrobe. How do you want to orientate your furniture in the layout of your unit? So when you enter into a new unit, right, of course the first thing you think about defects inspection, then submission of defects and waiting for them. But at the same time, you can also plan to start the renovation works. Things like kitchen cabinet, you can already start measuring and then get a quotation from your contractors. Usually the kitchen cabinet will take about 10 working days. So while waiting for the defects to be done, right, you can already start fabricating the kitchen cabinet. That's how we used to do it to save time for the clients. How we can actually guarantee the clients that we can deliver within 30 work days. Then the second things you can do concurrently, curtains. You can start to measure, whether you want to measure up to ceiling height or here, then full wall length can be done. After you measure, you get a quote from a few curtain vendors. Whether you want a single layer or double layer, they can prepare it probably within 2 weeks time. Then it comes to your furniture. How do you want to orientate and install your wardrobe, dressing table, your bed? So if it's like a smaller room with beam, how do you want to plan the furniture? You want to put a single bed or a queen size bed? Is it enough switches and light points, fan points, aircon points for your usage? So why we keep emphasizing to clients or not clients or anyone, we emphasize that you need to rent out your unit as quick as possible. Why? First thing, because your installment is running, practically your installment is running every day. The longer the unit is vacant, the longer negative cash flow that you have. The second thing is the demand and supply. The longer you wait, the longer you need to wait for the defect inspection. So when you wait longer for the defect inspection, which means you cannot start renovating your unit. And naturally, when other units are renovated and ready to be rented, you have more competition. Whether you are buying for own stay or investment, the longer you keep your new unit vacant, right, it doesn't do any good to you because you're still paying the installment. You can't be saying to the bank, can I pay you later because my unit is vacant now, it's undergoing defects fixing. If you are planning for own stay and your unit is not ready to be moved in, to shift in, then you need to probably source for another place which incur costs. If you are buying for investment, your unit is not generating any income for you. Every month, let's say your unit is about 2,500 installment plus 200 to 300 maintenance fee. So basically you can see, every month you'll be bleeding 2,800, almost 3,000. Imagine if you delay another month and another month and another month. You haven't decided what to do with the unit, you have no idea what to reno, how much to budget for the renovation. Total maybe wasted another 3 months time. Then you started to do defects and found that the unit has some defects and you want to fix it. Submit the defects. By the time the defect assisting team may have already 100 or 200 over units. It's very common because now the development easily got 1,000 units. Just let's say 20% submitted the defects in the first 3 months. It's already 200 over units. So you gotta wait. Although in the S&P you say that 30 days you have to get it done, but you still have to wait 30 days in case they are late. So after that, already 4th month, you started reno. Reno for us, our speed fastest also we do within weeks. Normal people who have not done any renovation, they might not know where can be optimized, which area you can actually do concurrently, which area you cannot do concurrently, and what are the things you can schedule ahead first. So from there, you have wasted easily 5 to 6 months, which is about 15,000. Imagine if you put the 15,000 into your renovation budget, right? You can do a lot of stuff, including decorating, designing the unit to be a better looking unit, so that you reduce your competition. It's normal because demand versus supply. It's like a triangle. The lowest level will have the highest supply. For example, basic unit, partial furnished unit. So you can even have the budget to do fully furnished. You can add decor, you can add things like a washer, dryer, grill, wallpaper to make your unit much more attractive.